You would have to be living under a rock not to have heard about the Ubisoft Forward event that was coming up, especially since the vast majority of Division content creators were given the status of Ubisoft Partner and were able to co-stream the event. This video will just be a summary of the Division portion, and while I'm not going to lie, I was pretty disappointed in what was shown. There were a couple of interesting pieces that came up. Not a huge amount was said on the Division 2. Daria recapped on Season 9 and the new additions that came along with it, including Countdown and the expertise system. She moved on to talk about the previously announced Season 10 and 11, which will be released before the end of the year. Again, no news here. However, if you look at the bottom right corner, we now have a date for Season 10. It's out in a couple of days, and before then the developers will be going live on Twitch to talk about it. Finally, Daria wrapped up by telling us that work has well and truly begun on Year 5 content, though she didn't give any detail. So not a lot of news on the Division 2. A new game mode coming, more legendary difficulty missions, and one of the creepiest damn masks I've ever seen. I mean, what the actual fuck? Look at this thing. Community developer Carrie started off by confirming what had already been assumed, that Heartland will be playing out after the events of the early days of the Division 2. Creative director Keith Evans runs us through what the team has been up to.
Hey everyone, we're so excited to show you Heartland, an all-new standalone adventure in the Division universe. The teams poured their heart into this game, and we can't wait to share it with you. Welcome to Silver Creek. I'm Keith Evans, Creative Director in Heartland at Redstorm Entertainment. We've been involved here at Redstorm with the Division going back before the first game launched. Our partnership with Massive Entertainment made some games that we love. We're so excited to bring something new to fans of the franchise. Heartland's a free-to-play survival action shooter set in the Division universe that features streamlined survival gameplay and a beautiful new world to explore. You play as a Division agent, given the task of protecting Silver Creek, a small town in Middle America, from enemy factions, rogue agents, and a deadly contamination. This game ties directly into the timeline and introduces all new characters and storylines to the franchise. Heartland feels fresh and distinct while still feeling at home alongside the other amazing games in this universe. We can't wait to have you join us in Silver Creek.
So Heartland is a survival action shooter where a Division agent has been tasked with protecting the small town of Silver Creek. But what I'm more happy to hear about is that the game is completely canon and ties in with the existing storyline, with new characters containing their own stories. It's only a small thing to most, but given that I wasn't expecting this game to be my sort of genre, there is at least something there that sounds right up my alley. Otherwise, we've now been given some pretty cool shots of the game, including the map. Up until now, there really hasn't been anything official shown. Unfortunately, they're still talking about closed tests. It's looking like it's still quite a way off. The Division Resurgence was only properly announced a little while ago, so it isn't surprising that they didn't have much new to share. However, they did have a new trailer featuring the Dark Zone. there is a closed beta coming out this fall, so it would appear that Resurgence is a little further along than Heartland. So hopefully we'll be seeing this soon, maybe early next year. But this part cracks me up. How are they not hitting each other at that range? Maybe they're shooting blanks or something. And that's it. In the almost 1.5 hour stream, this is all we heard about the Division universe. Given the number of announcements on the Division Twitter account, and how so many content creators who are predominantly devoted to the Division were invited to participate, I was expecting a little more. But we must look at it from a positive side too. This is the first time in years that the Division has featured in any Ubisoft media, so regardless of how limited it was, it's nice to see it getting some sort of recognition. However, what I did learn from this is that it's a bloody good time to be an Assassin's Creed fan. With 15 years of content to catch up on, I don't think it will be something I'll be tackling anytime soon. Before I go, I wanted to shout someone out. I expect that a lot of the people who view my usual videos do so for the immersive experience, an expansion of the Division world that the game provides. Or at least that's what I attempt to do. I don't watch a lot of other Division creators' content, as I feel it clouds my own thoughts and judgment. However, there is one that I like to check in with periodically. Story Mode's channel is criminally underrated. As the name suggests, he focuses on short-form videos, talking about every element of the game. What I really enjoy is that he's pretty much always in character, and regardless of how I'm feeling about it at the time, he has this ability to drag me back into the game. The immersion he brings, even to the most mundane topic, must be credited. Please check him out and say hi. I haven't thought of how yet, but I'm really keen on working with him in the future. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!